The Trash Talk Tailgate.
Strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2 wide banana seal. You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
Da 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 da. It's the TTT Honor Awards, where we just tell you who won the NFL Honor Awards, but we say that we gave them out.
Yep.
It's your boy Riley Puddin Peters. With me as always, I've got the doctor, defensive backs quality control coach Preston Rowe.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, this is the TTT, the Trash Talk Tailgate, and we're gonna tell you who we think. You know, we're gonna give people awards. We're gonna tell you who we think deserved it.
Yep.
So, I guess the first one is the MVP, man. Lamar Jackson, quarterback from the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore to the Super Bowl, even though they didn't quite do it. Anyways, and I mean, Lamar Jackson, I feel like he deserved this MVP.
I do too.
I think it's a fair one.
Yep. It was kind of a down year for MVP candidates. I think you could argue Christian McCaffrey, but
for sure. I argued him for a lot of the season, but the way the Ravens ended, Lamar earned it.
Yeah, you know, if the playoffs were taken into account, that's a good question, Riley. Do you think the playoffs should be taken into account for these awards?
You know what? I think even though they say that they're not, they are.
I mean, I feel like if they were Christian McCaffrey, because they vote before the playoffs. They vote before the playoffs start.
I guess that's fair.
So I feel like if they were, Christian McCaffrey would have had a really good chance.
They don't change their vote though. In between, you're right though. I mean, yeah, if they counted it, but I mean, Lamar Jackson did complete a pass to himself. You said it yourself.
That's true.
This postseason, he did complete a pass to himself, which is amazing.
It was. He's so good. He doesn't need receivers.
And honestly, if you take the regular season in, by the end of the season, I don't think anybody could doubt Lamar Jackson. The Ravens were just kind of the shit.
Dude, the Ravens, they ended the season like as the hottest team in the league. They fucked up everyone.
Yeah,
including the 49ers who are in the Super Bowl.
Lamar Jackson definitely, in my mind, it was between him and Christian McCaffrey. I think if you go back and watch these games throughout the whole season, anytime we talked about the MVP, I was a big Christian McCaffrey proponent. But definitely, like, the last 5 weeks of the season, essentially, too, like, just, like, how they, like, that last little bit, how they end it. I mean, Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, they weren't even hot. They were the sun, dude. It was, like, untouchable how crazy they finished this year. I mean, I think that's really, honestly, it was, at the end of it, really, for me, it was rather cut and dry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brock Purdy had some great numbers, so you got to put him in there if you put Christian McCaffrey, I guess.
But he didn't play well against the Ravens. Like, he didn't play well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, in the head-to-head, he got fucked up.
Yep.
And then, really, that's about it for me.
So, I mean, I'm fine with Lamar being MVP. Like, it was kind of a down year for MVPs as far as quarterbacks go, but, Lamar earned it. So, good for him.
Yeah, he did. So, to move on, got Offensive Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCrafty.
And this is probably, I mean, you know what, listen, I think this is perfect. If he didn't win the MVP, he definitely deserved this Offensive Player of the Year.
Absolutely.
No doubt in my mind.
Absolutely.
I mean, Lamar Jackson definitely meant the world to the Ravens, and I don't think that team moves the same without him.
No.
Christian McCaffrey is truly one of the greatest weapons that has existed, and honestly, in like the modern era too. Like, he is a dangerous weapon on the football field. So, I think it's fair. Lamar Jackson is most valuable to his team, but Christian McCaffrey is definitely the Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he was first in rushing yards with 1,459. He had 14 rushing touchdowns. He averaged 5.4 yards a carry. Like, in the NFL, that's really difficult to do. He also, let me see. Yeah.
He also led in scrimmage yards per game at 126.
Yeah.
That's scrimmage yards. I mean, that's like over a buck of just overall offense.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I mean, he deserved it. Like, if he wasn't gonna win MVP, he definitely deserved.
He led in first downs.
Yeah.
How many? Like, he led in getting first downs as well.
Yep.
That's a massive fucking stat. If you know anything about football, if you can get first downs consistently for your team, you're doing pretty good. He had 114 first downs on the season, dude.
That's
114.
That's dumb, dude.
That's crazy.
That's just ridiculous. But yeah, if he didn't win MVP, he definitely deserved Offensive Player of the Year. So
Yeah.
I have no issue with this one.
No, me either, man. Yeah. Moving on, we got Defensive Player of the Year. This is one that a lot of people considered controversial. We have Myles Garrett, defensive end from the Cleveland Browns. Just like in general on the internet, saw a lot of people just really hating on this one. I don't necessarily hate on it. Like, I know his numbers weren't necessarily great, but he's one of those players that, like, the reason why he's Defensive Player of the Year is because offensives have to put so much into stopping him from getting crazy numbers.
Yeah. But
I mean, it's like that defense was really good. And they once again, just like with Lamar Jackson, they don't walk the same without Myles Garrett.
I mean, that's fair, but the guy that I would say deserved it over Miles is TJ Watt, because TJ Watt, he led the league in sacks. You know?
Yeah.
Like, he had 19 sacks, 36 quarterback hits, 19 tackles for loss, 9 PBUs, so passes broken up, 4 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and an interception. Myles Garrett only had 14 sacks, 17 tackles for loss, and 4 forced fumbles. Like, I just feel like TJ Watt was a more dominant player throughout the season, because Myles Garrett had this really hot streak, you know, to start the year, but he kind of fell off the last few weeks of the season when teams were really able to key in on him. TJ Watt didn't have that drop-off. So I think just for consistency's sake, TJ Watt probably should have won it over Myles Garrett.
Yeah. I mean, nah. The fucking Pittsburgh defense overall was like the shining star in a very stinky pile of manure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Myles Garrett took a 28.8% double team rate this season. Over a quarter of the plays he played, he had more than one person trying to stop him. And he was the second in pass rush win rate. Like, the amount of, like, people that they committed to stopping Myles Garrett every week is wild.
Yep.
I mean, my man was getting double and triple teamed. So, yeah, he didn't have the great stats, but the rest of his team, like, I mean, that defense, like, the numbers that they put up prove like, how dominant he is, because the rest of his team, they just had to do their job, and they stopped him.
Okay.
You know, it's like, yeah, he didn't have great numbers, but he really, like, the end of the season, especially by, like, that last stretch when they were playing pretty hot and teams were, like, trying to stop them, like, he was getting, like, double teamed, triple teamed. Fucking, here comes a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, like, here comes a running back hitting him in the fucking knee. Like, you know, like, and that shit, like, I think that is something that is, like, it's one of those you can't track stats.
Okay.
I mean, you can track how much a person gets double teamed, but, like, if you have to double team someone a quarter of the plays that they're on the field, that means a quarter of the plays you run against them, you are now essentially down a person defending. Or, you know, doing your offense, I guess. Defending their defense.
That's fair.
Like, you're now down a body that needs to be on another body because you have to put it on this dude. Or he will fuck you up.
I mean, I'll just say this. Whenever it comes down to, like, who should have won these awards, you really are just kind of splitting hairs. Like, you know, they're both obviously deserving of the award.
Nah, I talk shit on TJ Watt just because fuck Pittsburgh. but yeah, no, like, we're talking about, like, the best of the best. Like, you put these dudes, you would pick these dudes for your backyard football team every single time. First pick, either one, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So yeah, no, you really are splitting hairs. But I just don't think like a lot of people are very upset, and I think that's kind of bullshit because Myles Garrett really is like a great player.
I mean, they
Like,
were
he
both
did
deserve
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he deserved it.
Yep.
Like people were saying that he didn't deserve it, and I was getting pissed. I was like, dude, if you don't think he deserved it, because like it sucks when people stat watch. Like, and I get it because some like the stats do tell something, especially for like pass rushing linebackers, because defensive ends or linebackers, just general like people that are supposed to create pressure. Like, obviously those numbers mean something, but like Myles Garrett is more than that for this team now. Like he has to be one of their defensive anchors. He can't just be a nuclear pass rusher, as Madden would put it.
Okay.
Like he's got to be everything because like he's that player for him. That's just how I see him. Like he is that guy for them.
I mean, TJ Watt's
need
that
him
player
to
for
do
Pittsburgh. So
yeah, but he's a nuclear pass rusher. That motherfucker doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about anything else. Like he just fucking sends it. And I mean he's good in coverage, but like he bites a lot. You know, it's like Myles Garrett is like he's like I can't bite because everyone else is gonna bite. I can't bite.
Yeah.
TJ Watt goes munch.
It's true. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, and so I guess my point is motherfucker deserved it. TJ Watt deserved it too. It was a fair argument between the both of them.
Yep.
But if you're saying that he doesn't deserve it, then you just don't. Nah, fuck you. He deserves it.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Well said, Riley.
Moving on. We have Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud from the Houston Texans. Honestly, fuck it. Let's just spoil Defensive Rookie of the Year and talk about them both. The Houston Texan rookie twins.
Yes.
C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson.
Hey,
Sorry,
Riley.
Will Anderson Jr.
Riley.
Put the J on there.
Didn't we say that Will Anderson Jr. was the best player in this draft? Didn't we say that?
You said it a lot.
I did say that.
I mean, I will say I agreed with you, but you fucking put that shit on jaw every time you said it.
I did.
And it fucking was true.
I mean, it's almost like I know football or something.
I mean, man, I think you might be jumping a little bit there, but yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, man, it's cool to see both these guys win it. Obviously, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this ever happened?
What? Like
I don't know
when
if they said anything. Like two rookies on the same team winning?
I think it
It's
happened.
definitely happened. It's been a while. It's had to be a while though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think no team has ever drafted two rookies in like consecutive picks and they've gone on to be one of them the offensive rookie of the year, the other one the defensive rookie of the year.
Dude, that was one of the
crazy.
craziest
That is what
things
happened.
I've ever seen, dude.
Like this is a Madden like one of the Madden single player franchise like where you like be the player. Like this is the kind of storyline they put you in that where it's like we picked the two best players. You got to earn your fucking keep.
Exactly.
Like
it's I mean, but dude, like that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen just in football in general. When the Texans had the number 2 overall pick, drafted CJ Stroud, then all of a sudden we're hearing, holy shit, the Houston Texans are on the clock again. They traded back up to get the number 3 pick and get Will Anderson Jr. Dude, that was crazy.
I mean, honestly, epic move by the Houston Texans.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked out.
Yep.
Worked out well for him, man. I mean, this is a very, a young team, and they made it to the divisional title. No one expected it.
Yep.
It was, obviously they got stopped by a lightning hot Ravens team. So,
yeah.
shit happens.
But, but dude,
But this team is promising.
I mean, it just shows you the future of the Houston Texans is really, really bright. And a lot because of these two rookies. Like, these two are ballers, dude. CJ Stroud, Will Anderson Jr., absolute ballers, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just awesome.
Unfortunately, CJ Stroud was not better than Andrew Luck as a rookie, but that's because Andrew Luck is one of the greatest to ever play. Dr. Preston, any word on that?
Oh, Riley, it happened last year, by the way. Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner with the Jets.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. I knew it happened recently. I was like,
damn, that's fair. Yeah, shit.
But, dude, like, it's the Jets, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't matter.
They didn't do anything with it.
I mean, I trust. Don't you trust the Texans over the Jets to not screw this future up?
For sure, nah, dude. The Texans are an organization of taking a team that you shouldn't believe in and making them do the unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they put together some great teams in just recent memory, and so big trust to them to do it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man.
All right. Well, no. Yeah,
future's bright in Houston.
Always bet Houston. All right, and then we got Coach of the Year.
I disagreed
Kevin
with
Stefanski.
this. I disagreed with this.
Yeah, I mean, I was also like, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I think me and you are both. Dan Campbell was my pick for this.
Yeah.
I don't get how you could pick against him.
I mean, dude, the Detroit Lions haven't won a playoff game since 1993, and he led them to multiple playoff wins, won the division, got to the NFC Championship game with a really young team. This wasn't a team filled with veterans. This is a really young team.
Yeah.
Like Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta were both finalists for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And this team is loaded. They've got a really young core nucleus, and he took them all the way to the NFC Championship game. Probably should be in the Super Bowl right now, if we're being honest.
True.
Like, I mean, we talked about that, on our NFC Championship game recap. Go watch that. But it's, dude, really, I get it. Kevin Stefanski, he had to deal with 4 different quarterbacks throughout the year. But, dude, that team is loaded across the board. You could argue they're one of the best rosters in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Nick Chubb got hurt early in the year. Their stud running back. But Jerome Ford came in and did really well. You've still got Amari Cooper. David Njoku went off this year. Like, you've got Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. Like, you've got a roster full of talent. And
yeah,
hell, I would give it to DeMeco Ryans over Kevin Stefanski. Because, dude, no one saw Houston this year.
Too.
Houston won a playoff game.
Fuck yeah, no.
Houston beat the Browns in the playoffs. Like, it's
made one of the greatest draft moves ever seen.
Exactly. So I disagree with this one. I think it should have been Dan Campbell, man. I really think.
I also, yeah.
I mean, dude,
Dan Campbell for sure.
And dude, like, here's the thing.
He made people in Detroit smile.
Yeah.
Smile. Detroit.
Oh, dude. But here's the thing, dude. I think Detroit is going to love this, though. Because they're going to be like, oh, man, y'all are still doubting us. Y'all are, shitting on our coach again. Dude, like, those players love Dan Campbell. Yeah. They would run through 10 brick walls for that man.
I feel like just the way the season has ended, and then like Dan Campbell getting snubbed here, like all this is just they're just writing the script for the movie about this Lions team for like when they go on to win like the next 3 Super Bowls in a row. And they go, we're gonna make a movie about the city of Detroit because they deserve it.
Exactly.
And it's just gonna be like this year is like we're so close. Oh, we didn't do it. Oh, everything's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this Lions team, they're going to be a problem for a long time. And by the way, Riley, we were the only ones saying that all year. We believed in the Lions all year, dude.
Yeah.
Just another reason to hashtag trust the TTT.
Trust the TT.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yep, dude. Yep.
And then last one, we've got the comeback player of the year. Freaking Joe Flacco. the greatest quarterback to ever play. Joe Flacco.
So we have 2 conflicting storylines here, Riley. One dude came back from the Jets bench, which we all know how horrible the Jets are. Man got benched for the Jets. And then another dude literally came back from the grave. Damar Hamlin died on the field on national television. And he doesn't win Comeback Player of the Year?
No. You know why? Because Joe Flacco's amazing.
Do you agree with this?
Joe Flacco's the greatest quarterback to ever play football.
I mean, dude, he is elite. We have to give him that.
Elite Flacco.
Yes, dude.
I mean, you know, I don't know, man. Joe Flacco's Linsanity run this season was pretty cool. And Damar Hamlin just didn't have much of a season. It's like, I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like, it's incredible that he came back. Mm-hmm. But honestly, at the end of the day, like, the person that should have won this award was Aaron Rodgers. I mean, there's nothing you can tell me.
Why?
He's simply the greatest person to come back and then leave. Like, he's the best absentee father the NFL's ever had.
Oh my God. Oh. Dude. I will say this. If you can give Alex Smith the Comeback Player of the Year after his gruesome leg injury, you can give Damar Hamlin Comeback Player of the Year for literally dying on the field.
Maybe, but Alex Smith also had a pretty good season after that gruesome leg injury.
Damar Hamlin died.
I mean, I get it. No, I get it. He died. He's dead. You know, once again, they're setting up for the movie they're gonna write for next year. Oh, God. Next year, he's gonna lead all of defensive backs in sacks and pass breakups. Just wait. He needed one more year to fully recover. This year was just practice. Maybe next year he's going to run a touchdown off a fake punt.
No. Dude, that'd be awesome.
That'd be actually pretty sick.
That would be pretty cool.
First punt of the season.
Yeah.
For the Bills, he just fucking cuts one.
Ooh. That would be pretty cool.
Hey Bills. Hey. Do it. Dude,
that'd be really cool.
I'm not a sports bettor, but if I'm gonna put fucking money for like the Bills' first punt of the season being a Damar Hamlin touchdown on a fake. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Comeback Player of the Year is one of those things. It's just so arbitrary. Like, you're just giving an award to a guy for whatever. Especially this year when there's not somewhere like the year that Alex Smith won. He was the Comeback Player of the Year, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, at the end of that season, everybody was like, nah, he just did that. Like, he came back and did that. This year, it was really like, all right, they're just going to give it to whoever, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
thank God for Joe Flacco that they vote before the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true. I will say this. I think another guy that potentially had a really good case was Baker Mayfield because, dude, Baker balled out for the Bucs this year. A lot of people thought his career was over. Like, he was done as a starter. He's a career backup. What are you doing? Why'd the Bucs sign him? And, dude, he balled out. And the Bucs should re-sign him. I think they'll re-sign him. And he proved that he's a really good quarterback still.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a competitive starter. You're right. I mean, I don't even think he was on the list. I'm pretty sure these were just the two dudes. But
no, he was. He had consideration.
Yeah, one vote. You know, if Joe Flacco had a Linsanity run, Baker Mayfield had a Zinsanity run.
It's true.
That's all I know. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, it's a pretty arbitrary award, so I just could care less at the end of the day. So, congratulations, Joe Flacco. I'm glad you won something else, I guess. Proud of you.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man. All right. And now let's finish this up by just let's run down the Hall of Fame class for this year. We got Dwight Freeney, Devin Hester, Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers, Patrick Willis, Randy Gradishar,
yeah.
Randy Gradishar, and Steve McMichael, senior. Both of those guys, Randy Gradishar and Steve McMichael, are seniors.
Yes.
I mean, I said this when we were talking about it earlier. It's weird that some of these guys are in the Hall of Fame. I feel like they should still be playing, at least in my childhood dreams.
True.
Julius Peppers, an absolute legend. Patrick Willis, obviously an absolute legend. Devin Hester, obviously an absolute legend. Dwight Freeney, that spin move is legendary.
Yes.
All of these dudes are legends. That's why they're in the Hall of Fame. Is there anyone that you felt like deserved to be here? Anyone that's in here that didn't deserve to be here?
Yeah, the one that sticks out to me, a finalist that didn't get in this year, is Antonio Gates.
True.
Antonio Gates is, you could argue, one of the top 3 tight ends of all time.
Yeah.
He's on basically everyone's Mount Rushmore of tight ends. Antonio Gates was an absolute stud. He leads all tight ends with receiving touchdowns. Like, I would argue Antonio Gates probably should have been in. But the one that pisses me off, and I know he's in, but it pisses me off because he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I will die on this hill. Devin Hester should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
No.
I agree. Yeah. But at least he's in, right?
No. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but it just seemed every
if he
year.
would have got in this year, it would have been bullshit.
I've been saying for the last 2 years, Devin Hester should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Riley, think about it. When Devin Hester was playing, if you were watching a Bears game, you know how whenever it's the kickoff, you usually if you need to go get a drink or go to the bathroom or something, you'd go during the kickoff, right? Or the punt.
Yeah, no, not.
You would never do that with Devin Hester.
Yeah, it's true. Nah, he really did make it. He made a kickoff one of the Bears' most potent weapons for many years.
He did, dude. He still has the only opening kickoff return touchdown in a Super Bowl. No one else has done that. Only Devin Hester. So, and he leads the league in, punt returns and kickoff returns for touchdowns. He was just, to me, Devin Hester growing up was one of my favorite players because he was just so explosive. And I loved watching Devin Hester, dude.
Yeah, nah. He was... I'm always so excited to watch. I still remember the opening play kick return in the Super Bowl and being like, oh, shit. Even though they didn't win.
That was their only play of note in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but damn if it wasn't exciting.
No.
But yeah, no. Devin Hester, I'm glad he's in.
Yep.
And you're right. He should have been in soon, but he's in. Thank God.
He is in, dude. That's all I care about. But, you're right, dude. All these guys deserve to be in. Dwight Freeney, Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers. Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis, when he was playing, he was a fucking beast, dude. It was him and Ray Lewis as the best linebackers in football. That was it.
He was...
And all these dudes are legends, man. All of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good. I always love the Hall of Fame. It's a good, you get to see these people that, we, at this point, we've really gotten to the point where a lot of the people that are going in, we grew up watching. Mm-hmm. And now it's cool to get to see them, they're, they get the recognition that they deserve.
Yep. The recognition.
Recognition,
yes,
dude.
Okay.
You gotta recognize. Redneckinize.
Okay, cool.
Shit. All right, man. Well, this has been a beautiful episode, folks. Please keep around. We got the Super Bowl coming up.
Ooh.
We got off-season content galore. Stick around.
We got a lot of shit for y'all.
Like this video, comment, all the beautiful, wonderful things. But for this one, we got to clean up and get out of here, y'all. Peace.